This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
Just thought common sense, like, hey, let's save the state some money.
Yeah, that's common sense with that stuff doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I can see that isn't going to work.
Dustin Drake, I miss you, homie. That was done back in March. Episode him and I did. I think it was called Finding the Real You or Being True to Yourself, something like that. Go back and listen to that one. It was a pretty good podcast. It is now August. It is the 4th of August, 2020. My name is Corey Winfield. Joining me in the studio is Marney Liston.
Hey there.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. Welcome back, Marney. You've been gone for a few days. Would you go to, like, California or something?
I wish. It'd be nice.
Nah, you've been doing whatever. Sleeping, actually.
Yeah, no, just been working, but everything's good.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. I don't know if you smell that.
What?
It's relapse. It's in the air. And I'm not sure why. I really don't. And I'm getting a lot of calls lately. And I talked about it on the podcast the other night, man. I was really kind of overwhelmed. And then Sunday I didn't have a very good day. And it was just like, who do I have to call? Mm-hmm. You know, I don't have that. And I started thinking about checking in to getting recovery coach again. And, you know, people listening to the podcast, people, you know, sending me messages and stuff, you know, that's pretty cool. And when people do reach out, you know, for help, like that happened the other day, and, you know, I think that's who my people are, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but people I know relapsing, though, is just crazy. I don't understand why, if it's, you know, there's no holiday going on, if it's maybe all the election stuff and the politics going on, is that making people uneasy? Is it just because it's a Monday or Tuesday? I mean, you don't really need many excuses, at least I never did, to go back out and drink. And something I realized the other day, too, is that when things were going well for me, it made perfect sense that I relapsed. Mm-hmm. Because when I was feeling uncomfortable is when I would drink. And I wasn't used to things going so well. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden things are going well, things are going great. Oh my God, what is this? I felt uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And looking back, you know, it makes perfect sense that I would have relapsed. And I didn't need a reason, you know, to feel uncomfortable. It just, I wasn't used to it. My lawyer asked me when I was in court before I went in, and he was talking about, you know, maybe this probation thing for a year will do you some good. And he asked me when was the last time I've been sober for a year. And I just laughed, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, probably before I started drinking when I was like 12, mm-hmm. you know, for a full year, you know, I would sneak off, and, you know, yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. And, so that's when I thought, yeah, maybe this is good. And, you know, he said, you know, this probably saved your life, man. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's just get it over with. I know I need to go back to jail for another week, so let's go in there and get this hammered out. And speaking of jail, I talked to a friend of mine who was in prison recently. He got out in January, and it's the first time I've talked to him. Friend I am, 8 months later. Sorry, Matt. But no, he's doing great, and it was a drunk driving charge. He flipped his car over, hurt himself pretty bad, and you know he's out now, and he's got a few more months. He's still on paper, but you know he sounded great. He wasn't using drugs or drinking anything like that anymore, and he sounded clear, like he could think, and he said that he actually wants to come on the podcast. He said that he talks to people about, I guess part of his community service or something, but he talks to people about drunk driving in his accident, and, you know, how it could have been prevented. But he was talking to me too, and he told me about the blackout that happened. Uh-huh. And I didn't believe in blackouts. I thought that was just some people, used it as an excuse when they hooked up or cheated on their wife or husband or whatever. Oh, I blacked out. I don't remember anything until it happened to me. And then I was like, whoa, what happened to 3 days? Like, I don't even remember.
Right.
And then when I, had my OWI, I don't remember driving. And that is very scary. And he said that same thing. He's like, it was very scary. Like, not knowing, like, that part of my memory is gone. Like, it never happened. Like, that's very scary. So, kind of like COVID-19, I do believe now, it's going to happen to me. And in order for me to believe it sometimes, then that is one of the cases where, yeah, absolutely, people do black out. No, I still think people use that excuse anyway.
Right.
Oh, honey, I was blacked out. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did it happen? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, it's a real thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should have them on.
Yeah, I will. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that just the things that we had talked about, we'd only talked about a half an hour today. I was so busy being so productively unproductive.
I thought you were extremely productive.
Oh, well, no. I did a little shopping today. Mm-hmm. And guys, first of all, let me tell you something. Maybe this will help you out in your relationship. Maybe you already figured this part out, but you don't ever buy your woman cologne, or first of all, cologne. No, never buy her cologne, but never buy her perfume without getting permission.
Right.
Okay. The obvious reason there is you're telling her that you don't like her perfume that she picked out, that she's comfortable with. You're telling her that, oh, no, you're not good enough. Here's something better, babe. It's just not good. So, with your permission, Marney, I set out today. And, well, first of all, you can tell a woman about deodorant, though. That's something totally different. If they're lathering on some antiperspirant and it's not that good, you can say something after about 3 or 4 days. Hopefully, let them kind of figure out, hey, this isn't good. And if they're like, well, yeah, I just smell like old granny, then you can just say something after like 3 or 4 days. You can be like, this is kind of hurting my nose.
Well, let me butt in here real quick.
Okay.
I just want to kind of fill in the holes to this story that you're about to tell.
Okay.
Or advice you're about to give, rather.
That's good advice, too.
Yeah, no, it's really good advice. Because it sounds like I'm saying that. Well, first off, you were very smooth about asking about a gift. And that's how you said. You're like, I would like to get you a gift. And I was like, I like gifts. That would be wonderful. And then, it wasn't you actually did just say, it's not because I don't like the perfume that you wear, but I'll get you some perfume. Mm-hmm. And then, you covered that base. That's fine. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I thought that was sweet. But the deodorant thing, you're right. Because, it never smells like what it smells like at the store. And plus, you can't even really, smell it because it's even if you can take the top off, that little top, and smell it, it doesn't really smell like it actually smells when you put it on. Mm-hmm. And you don't smell like BO. Great. But if you don't like the scent of it, it's kind of pointless. And then you're fighting with it with your lotion and your perfume to make yourself smell good, and you still don't like it. So I was on the same boat with him on that one. So that one went in the garbage.
Nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and then I was kind of mixed
working
up
together
because I thought it was your lotion, and I was like, "So, you really digging that lotion you got?" or something like that. I said, and you're like, "What? Why?" And that's when you kind of clued me into, no, it's the deodorant
that I don't like. Yeah.
Yeah, and you finally let me sniff, and I was like, "Yep, that's
who
it."
Who wants to do that? Who wants to be like, "Yeah, here." I don't like it.
Well, when I'm accusing your lotion,
yeah, I know
I'm falsely accusing your lotion of smelling bad, and then it's
right
deodorant. You should have been like, "Here."
So mystery solved.
Yeah. So.
And I got a new perfume out of it. So how about that?
Look at you, sneaky. So you're telling the girls, hey, buy some nasty ass deodorant
for $2,
antiperspirant deodorant, and you might get some nice perfume. And you really like the perfume.
I love it. It's called Escada.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It smells so good.
I spent an hour and a half Seriously, I'm
I
not kidding.
believe it too.
And I sprayed every damn. And they're like, it says right here. It's because they kept asking me, well, what do you like? And I was like, I don't know. And I don't know. And they're like, well, if you don't like musk, then don't smell that one, And I'm like, okay. Ugh, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have smelled that one. But no, my nostrils are still burning. And then I kept doing overspray. So I'd hold like 2 in my hand and then I'd spray and it would like get on the rest of them too. So I never really knew for sure which one was which. Mm-hmm. So then I had to go single and just, okay, nope, throw that away. And they were looking at me like, is this guy going to leave? And then the worst part is I got there right at 10. That's when they opened up. And as I get there, I go to the door and I see the sign, the feared sign, that they're letting the COVID people in first for the first hour, or also known as elderly. They're letting them in the first hour. And I'm like, oh, man, damn, I got to wait an hour. So there was nobody in there. So I walked in and I was like, hey, I know I'm not like super old or nothing, but is it cool if I, walk around, check out some stuff? And I don't even remember what she said. I was so nervous that they were going to kick me out. And she was like, well, have you been here since we reopened? I was like, no, when did you close? I don't know. Like, sure. And she said something about, now there's testers, but the testers aren't for this. And so I thought, man, I can't even smell anything. And then this other lady came and she just found me walking through the store aimlessly with no direction whatsoever. And she was like, can I help you? And I was like, well, I'm looking for deodorant. And she took me over there. She's like, this one. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know if I can't smell them? She's like, oh, you can smell them. I'm like, so it's just the perfume that I can't smell? Oh, no, you can smell those too. I was like, what hell testers are you talking about with people? Maybe makeup testers? I don't know.
Probably.
And so I was really confused by that. But then when she gave me the green light, well, yeah, it was going to town. And there was a couple that I liked at first and didn't like. And it was just, and then the nose burned. And there was the very last one that I came to and I was shown, because they kept coming over to try to help me. I think they were like, get this dude out of the store now. Like this whole area now. And they tried to open the door. Like, this whole area now just reeks. Because I just...
But it was fun though, wasn't it?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, yes, it was but it wasn't. I mean, I was so didn't want to make the wrong decision and bringing home something that smelled like your deodorant, your old deodorant, and then have you just kind of light me up.
Right.
So that didn't happen. So that was good. And then I was so unproductive when I came back. Well, no, then I cleaned house and did, my chores, the list you gave me, and knocked it out.
I did not make you a list.
I know, but it sounded better. So I did a few things here or there. And then I came to the office and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to get some stuff done. And then I see that microphone that you're speaking into. And I thought, yeah, damn it. Because I have it rigged. Well, not really rigged. I mean, it's just how it is. But we have 2 microphones, and you can only plug your headphones in through the jack that's going through my microphone, even though you have a microphone in front of you. Long story short, I need a cord that has a male end to put into the microphone and a male end to put into your microphone that run together and can come out the other end with a female, so that I can plug that thing. So anyway, did you know there's only one company that makes that?
Really?
It's called Milso. Oh, I spent 2 hours looking, and I finally found it. And then it's 8-foot cord. Don't need 8 foot, but I'm getting it. Yep. And then once I realized I'm getting it, they're like, oh, well, if you get this, you get a free gift. Okay, what? Click another cord. I might as well. And then I notice my 2 male-in cords with the 1 female. It's not even in stock till next week, the 10th.
Well, you waited this long.
So I can't wait for that. So then I look some more. And I'm looking. Then I Google it. And then I hit eBay. Craigslist. I had everything, and that's the only effing company. Well, they make them, but one would be like that end that goes into yours would be for a microphone, and this would be for